So there are a lot of new things have come to Diablo Immortal since the last time I made this video, and I want to share the best ways of getting all of the legendary essences you need on your class, whether it be you're on your main class or you're a new player just coming to the game, or you're a returning player or been playing and you're going to a new class and you want to farm essences as fast as possible. Farming essences is one of the things that you're going to want to do basically all the time. So knowing the best methods of guaranteeing 100% drop rate, that's right, there's several of them that guarantee you 100% drop rate, and then knowing after that, what are the best ways of getting your essences as fast as possible? We're going to talk about all that and so much more in this video, so let's get straight to it. First things first, guys, let me pull up my notes. There are several ways, there are actually 5 ways you can guarantee 100% chance of gaining essences every single day. Most of these are every day. Others are weekly, but let's get straight to it. The first one is by far the easiest, which is your bestiary. It also helps for farming. Every time you turn in 10 of these monstrous essence balls, you will then be able to get on your first one every day. The first 10 you turn in will guarantee you a legendary drop for whatever class you're currently on. The next one is going to be at the new Southern Dreadlands. So if we go over to the Southern Dreadlands here, and teleport to the Gully of Madness. Most of you probably already know about this, but in case you don't, I want to be as explicit as possible on how to farm this. This is step number 2. You can do this every day to guarantee you at least one, if not more, legendary essences. And that's going to be the tower defense mode over here in the Southern Dreadlands, which is right over here. It's called the Shard Storm. For completing it, you get at least one legendary every single day. And if you come back an hour later, once the towers have sort of farmed for you for that hour, there's a chance, not guaranteed, but a chance you can get more legendary gear. So again, this is a really easy way. I do this every single day, or at least as much as I possibly can. Usually if I'm going to be playing, I try to do this in the morning, knock it out first, and that way at some point in the day I can come back, because it will obviously have been an hour, and then go back and pick everything else up for the farming loot. So that is the first 2 ways you can actually guarantee you legendary essences. Number 3 is been in the game since basically when the game first came out over a year, almost 2 years ago, and that's going to be the elite monsters. So the elite monsters are orange in color, and every time you kill one for the very first time every single day, it guarantees you a legendary gem, or not legendary gem, but a legendary piece of gear for whatever class you're currently on. So what's the best way of doing it? In my honest opinion, I think the overworld farming is a great option, but if you don't want to do it and you want to get a higher chance of potentially finding them rather, can't even talk this morning. If you go to Accursed Towers, this is actually a pretty great way of finding, apparently a season just reset, didn't know that. This is actually a really great way of getting more elite monsters, and assuming you do it at a weird time, or you can go with the clan, your clanmates or whatever, but this is actually a really great way of finding more elite monsters and getting you a higher chance of finding that first orange for the day. But honestly, I usually just farm it in the overworld because I'm bound to run into them, especially when you're in a group, and then I can just, get my monsters essences for that first guaranteed one, and then also find the orange one. And we'll talk about the higher drop rates after, but keep in mind, we've already covered 3 of the guaranteed ways you can get legendary essences in the game. Now, the other one, so the last 2 guaranteed options, the first one is going to be over in West March, and I'm actually going to go to this one next, and then I'll explain why here momentarily. But this one is guaranteed, and you can do it every single day. But if you go over to West March, right over here, and you go to the Gambler. No, I'm sorry, the Hiltz Vendor. So the Hiltz Vendor right here at the top right corner of West March has a guaranteed legendary gear purchasable. I think it's like 1,500 Hiltz or 1,700 Hiltz. I believe that one's weekly, and then if you're on Mortals, you can get another one. But that is guaranteed 100% drop rate for legendary gear. So again, if you're going to a class, most of these you can do every single day. This is the only one that doesn't reset daily, but you can get 100% chance. I didn't want to break it down by like 100% chance guaranteed daily and then 100% chance guaranteed outside of daily. So this is just 100% chance of legendary drops. And of course you can do that at the Hiltz Vendor, Trader, whatever. The next and last one is one that I feel like people forget about. And it's actually right here in the Ancient's Cradle, which is not the newest area, but it's over here tucked in the corner. So a lot of people, again, in my opinion, forget about it. But if you go into the zone right here, where this guy is, near the, what is that called? Basically where the demonic portals are. If you fight in this area right here, so this portal will take you here, and then this is the area. So every few hours, you can see it's currently stable. It's called the Fire of Life. If you go in there and just PvP a little bit, open world PvP, or bring a friend and then kick them out of your party and just take turns killing each other, you get something called, where is it? I think it's at the bottom. Nope, that's a conversion stone. Where be, oh, there, here they are. So they're called crystalline fire. These crystallized fire of life, you can get one of them. You can get as many as you want for farming people in the PvP area whenever it's on. But if you go over here to the fire dealer, it's a guaranteed legendary, and this resets daily. Daily limit 1 of 1. I have 2. I went in one time, killed 1 person, and got 3. So that means that was 3 days worth of basically legendary gear. So I'm gonna go ahead and use mine right now. Boom, 100% chance, guaranteed legendary piece of gear. Now again, you can go in there with your warband, go in as a party, and then leave party, take turns killing each other, get a couple shards, and then leave. It's really, really quick. The hardest part of this one is just making sure that you're in it while that timer is going on. So set your alarm, whatever you want to do, but this is a very easy and often forgot about way of getting legendary gear. Again, 100% for free every single day, guys. It's super easy. I actually recently forgot about this one. So this one is one that, like, even if you're a veteran, I play this game basically since the beginning and totally forgot about this. So that concludes all of the 100% ways of getting legendary gear. After you've done that every single day, let's talk about what you can do to get a higher percent chance of getting legendary gear. First one is turning in your first combined 4 bounties every single day will net you a higher chance, not a guarantee, but a higher chance of getting a legendary piece of gear to drop for you. I actually, last time I did it this morning, I got 2 pieces of legendary gear and I wasn't recording, which would have been perfect B-roll for this video, but whatever, not bitter at all. That's a really good way, guys. Every day you do your bounties, the first 4 you turn in have a higher chance, not 100% chance, but a higher chance of giving you legendary gear. The next one is going to be your Heliquary. So if you do your Heliquary raids, again, you should be doing this 2 times a week. Where's my Heliquary? If you do your Heliquary raids, you also get these demonic remains that'll help you and give you additional combat rating as well. But every time you do your raids, you also get a chance of getting additional legendary gear. That's 2 times a week, and it's a higher percent chance. So really, really good there. And then there is a tower, if you're curious, within the accursed towers. I don't know if I'll find it super fast, but there is a tower that gives you. Is it right here? No way. Heliquary raids, combat rating increase. I think there's one. Let's see. I want to see all the towers. Heliquary rewards. I think it's this one. I want that. No results. Okay, cool. We don't have any available. But this one gives you, I think it's like a higher magic drop when you're in the Heliquary, which will then help you get a higher chance of getting legendary gems. I don't think we've ever owned that tower. I think there's arguably better towers, but that is a legendary tower. So if you find one available in your clan leader or can persuade your clan to do that, that will help you get a higher chance of getting more gear from your Heliquary raids. So that's, again, a very high percent drop rate. It's very rare that I go through a whole raid and don't get at least 1 legendary piece of gear. So it's a really good way of doing it as well. The next one is going to be in West March once again, guys. And I can do this one right now. So let's go ahead and go over there, go teleport over here. And that's going to be the Rite of Cleansing. I'm going to do it right now and see. I don't think it's guaranteed. I think it's just a high chance. I know you do get the wisps while you're in there, but I don't think it's a guaranteed, legendary. So let's go ahead and jump in. You can do this every couple days whenever you get enough flora, the flowers, and you can, as soon as you get 5, you can do it. I don't think this is a 100% chance, but while we do this and see if we get it a high chance of getting it, another really great way of getting it is winning your vault fights. You can do vault twice a day, rather, once midday and then once at night for an hour. And it's really, really a great way if you win the fight. It's the key word here is winning the fight. I did vault earlier today. There'll be a video coming about my first time doing vault as a necro, at least in a long time. And in that fight, or in that sort of hour of me doing the vault, I not only did all my monstrous essences with the group I was in from farming, but I also got a bunch of legendary gear because of how often we were winning. All right, so there you go. Very quick and easy. Just did that. Well, I guess I'll do this after. Let's go ahead and open the chest. Do we get, a legendary piece of gear? Oh, we did. Okay, so I don't think this one is guaranteed. I really don't. I think it's just a high percent chance, like I said. But I did get one there, and it's another shoulder piece. And of course, I got the wisps available to us as well. So for the high percent drops, I have 6 on this list. So the first one was the 4 bounty turn in. The second one is the Heliquary bosses. The third one is your Rite of Cleansing, which we just did and got a legendary, by the way. The fourth one is going to be winning your vault fights. If you win them, you get a higher percent chance, both as an immortal or shadow, to get more or better loot from that fight. And if you win, a higher percent chance of getting legendary gear. Another one is after you beat your first subsequential orange elites, there you still get a very high percent chance of getting an additional legendary item. It's just not guaranteed. So as you're overworld farming, the elites give you a higher percent chance, especially if you're using treasure hunter to get legendary gear. That's sort of a buff in itself. Make sure you're using treasure hunter when you're hunting for this stuff, unless you're doing PvP, obviously. But if you do it again, there's a higher percent chance you can get more legendary gear from those subsequent kills on the orange elites. That is tip number 5. And last but not least is your subsequential essences for the bestiary. So after the first turn in is 100%. After that, you still get a pretty decent chance of getting legendary gear. And another way, again, high percent chance, it's sort of RNG based. All of this is RNG based, but the last but not least is obviously going to be just over here going to the rarities and antiques vendor, and then just what we say gambling, which is basically turning your gold and then buying up to about 15 out of 25, so 10 a day of both the top one and the second to top, so the mystery weapon and then the mystery primary armor. This will actually help in aiding you in getting more legendary gear as well. All of these tips and tricks, guys, is how I was actually able to fully kit out my necromancer after not being on it for over 6 months. I think it was 6 months or 8 months, over half a year, either way. And I was able to get the current meta PvP gear as well as the best farming gear, almost the best raid gear. I'm still utilizing all of these. Even in this video, I've gotten several legendary pieces of gear. So yeah, this is by far the best way of getting all of the legendary essences. If I forgot one, guys, put it in the comment section right now so I can pin the comment if I did miss either a 100% way or another high percent chance of getting legendary gear. I'm not including overworld farming because that goes without saying that if you just play the game, basically, you'll get more legendary gear. But these are high percent ways or 100% ways of getting legendary gear. Let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below, guys. Let me know if this was helpful to any. I've seen a lot of new people coming to the game, which is phenomenal. Anyone new or new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do bring you daily YouTube videos for Diablo Immortal, and I actually live stream over on Twitch, link in the description of this video, every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 9:30, where you guys can feel free to ask me any and all questions you want. I'm very active with my chat, and we tend to have a pretty good time. So if you want to engage more or have very specific questions that you want me to walk you through, I answer any and all questions in those live streams. So again, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern time. Check me out, link in the description. Until next time, guys, I hope to see you in a video soon.